President Trump's ill-conceived proposal of February 4, 2025, to take ownership of the Gaza Strip by the United States and permanently relocate its 2.23 million residents to other lands while the U.S. transforms the war-torn territory into, quote, a Riviera of the Middle East, end of quote, was widely perceived, except by extremist Israeli officials and their supporters, as politically absurd and deemed by UN officials and mainstream legal experts as tantamount to a war crime under international law. The adverse reaction to the plan extended far beyond the countries specified thus far by Washington as potential hosts for the forcibly relocated Gazans. In response, senior Trump administration officials immediately began a cleanup PR campaign by trying to walk back several of the crude and damaging terminology used by the president. Unfortunately, the diplomatic shenanigans and semantic acrobatics employed by the Trump administration did manage to convince several parties, including key Arab parties, that Mr. Trump has indeed retreated from his proposal, or at the very least has toned down some central elements in the plan that they found objectionable from day one. Indeed, the president's offhand remark on March 12th that, quoting, "nobody is expelling any Palestinians," end of quote, did resonate with some in the region, particularly those compelled to find a diplomatic alternative to the American proposal. The question is, did Mr. Trump indeed retreat from his earlier commitment to ethnically cleanse Gaza? To put it bluntly, there is no evidence that President Trump has changed his mind about depopulating or ethnically cleansing Gaza. First, the most unequivocal, de facto answer to the question came from the 47th president himself. When asked in multiple interviews about his intentions toward the inhabitants of Gaza, President Trump doubled down on his February 4th plan to displace Palestinians from their land. Second, in his official rejection of the Arab Summit counterproposal, U.S. National Security spokesman Brian Hughes indicated that the Arab Summit endorsed Egyptian plan in question failed to address the reality that, in his words, Gaza is currently uninhabitable. State Department spokesman Tammy Bruce described the Arab counterproposal as, again in quotes, inadequate. Third, if President Trump has indeed changed his mind and retreated from his call for depopulating the Gaza Strip, then why on earth are his aides and diplomats proceeding with recruiting willing Arab and non-Arab culprits to accept the relocated Palestinian population? Why has the U.S. administration been pressuring countries like Sudan, Somaliland, Somalia, and Syria to do its bidding if President Trump meant what he said on March 12th? And I'm quoting him, "Nobody is expelling any Palestinians." Frankly, it is up to President Trump to clarify his position on Gaza once and for all.